In every person's life, sooner or later we must face hurt. Wounds caused by strangers are often easier to let go of. But there are pains that cut deep, inflicted by the very people closest to us, the ones we trusted, loved, and once saw as a refuge. Those are the hurts that make the heart bleed and the throat tighten to the very end. Then we ask, why did they hurt me like this? Do they know how much I suffered? The answer is often no, or they know and still do it. And that is exactly what leads the human heart into resentment. But have you ever paused, taken a deep breath, and asked yourself, could the one who hurt you be the one fate sent to help you learn how to grow up? In the Buddhist teachings, no one appears in your life without cause. Everything is a karmic connection. Those who love you are wholesome connections. Those who hurt you are unwholesome connections. Yet both can become beneficial conditions. If you have the wisdom eye to see the lesson life is offering, the Buddha teaches that forgiving the one who hurt you is not because they deserve it, but because you deserve peace. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting. Forgiveness is freeing your mind from the chains of resentment. There are wounds you cannot see with your eyes, yet they burn quietly within. Day after day, we carry memories that, the moment they surface, twist the heart in pain. But if we keep holding that resentment, who suffers more, the one who caused it, or ourselves? Today's video is a journey of looking deeply to understand that the one who hurt us may in fact be the one who comes to open our heart, like a strict teacher in the classroom of life. Forgiving them is a noble gift, a gift you give to yourself. And perhaps after every hurt, a lotus is beginning to bloom. Are you ready to release resentment so the lotus within your heart can blossom? Forgiveness has never been easy. It sounds light, like a single word. But to truly let go of resentment, to forgive the one who hurt you, has never been easy. Because some hurts do not lie on the surface, but sink deep into the bottom of the mind. Some words, though many years have passed, still feel like an arrow lodged quietly in the heart. Some actions, though we try to forget, return the instant something lightly touches the wound, like a wave crashing open the pain again. People often advise, just let it go. Forgiving others is also forgiving yourself. But how many truly understand how much that letting go must pass through? How many layers of emotion? How many inner battles? How many times of crying in silence? When someone is insulted, betrayed, deceived, or harmed, the first feeling is usually not forgiveness, but anger, hatred, and sometimes the desire to retaliate. That is instinct. So forgiveness is not a natural reaction, but the result of a long path of inner cultivation. It requires a heart that has tasted suffering yet still keeps the light of compassion. It requires someone who dares to rise from collapse, not to become a person of revenge, but to become someone mature and deeply understanding. Forgiveness is also not denying wrongdoing or claiming that what caused harm was right. On the contrary, the one who truly knows forgiveness is the one with enough courage to face the pain, look straight at the truth, and choose not to be buried in it. When you decide to forgive, you do not do it for the other person, but for your own soul. You are not saying everything is fine, but rather, I do not want this to keep controlling my emotions and my life. Forgiveness is not weakness, but the clearest sign of the strongest inner power. The one who can release hatred within is the one who has mastered the karmic force within. Therefore, do not force yourself to forgive when you are not yet ready, but also do not live forever in the shadow of resentment. Begin with a silent vow. I vow to learn forgiveness, not for anyone else, but because I deserve peace. Forgiveness is not forgetting, but liberation. Many people fear forgiveness because they think that if they forgive, it is the same as accepting the other person's wrongdoing, the same as erasing what hurt them. In truth, forgiveness does not mean deleting memory, and it is not an act of brushing everything aside as if nothing happened. Forgiveness is not a bleach of time that makes all faults disappear. Rather, forgiveness is a deep awakening toward the past. It is when you have the courage to look back at the wound, yet no longer allow it to control your emotions. It is when you can remember, and the heart no longer aches. Forgiveness does not mean excusing what is wrong. It simply means stopping the silent war inside yourself. We do not need to forget in order to forgive. We only need to no longer hate when we remember. That is already forgiveness. In Buddhist teachings, forgiveness is a form of releasing karma. When you hold on to resentment, you keep the karmic bond tightening around both you and the other person. When you let go, old karma begins to loosen, and your mind gradually becomes lighter and more at ease. We often grow tired searching for fairness out there, hoping for an apology, hoping for regret from the one who caused our pain. But sometimes they do not return, they do not repent, and they do not change. Will we live forever in that suffering? No, because forgiveness does not require conditions from the other side. Forgiveness is an act from within, a decision to release, to cease the battle, so that you can be at peace. The Buddha taught that holding hatred in the heart is like holding a burning coal to throw at someone else, but you are the one burned first. You can carry that memory as a lesson, not as a chain. You can keep it as a mark that helped you grow up, not as a blade that keeps your soul bleeding forever. Therefore, understand that forgiveness is not forgetting. Forgiveness is choosing liberation for yourself. And once you step onto the path of letting go, you will see that no one else needs to change. Only you changing is enough. Every encounter is shaped by karmic conditions. In this world, no meeting is accidental. No one enters your life by chance, and no one leaves without leaving a trace. The Buddha taught that conditions are like drifting clouds, gathering and dispersing in their own time. Yet all of it has causes rooted in karma and blessings. Some people come to bring you love. Some come to teach you a lesson about trust. Some come to support you when you fall, and some come only to hurt you. But even pain has a reason to exist. Even the one who harms you does not appear without meaning. They come as a mirror reflecting your own mind. They come to wake you from the sleep of illusion, so you can learn letting go, maturity, and awakening. Have you ever considered that the one who hurts you today may have been your benefactor in a past life, or that in a previous existence you may have hurt them, and today is simply the return of cause and effect? This universe moves according to the law of cause and effect, biased toward no one, late for no one, and overlooking no one. To meet someone is to plant another seed of connection. Whether wholesome or unwholesome, whether happiness or suffering, it all turns within the wheel of karma and rebirth. You can thank the one who gave you a smile, but do not resent the one who made you cry. Without them, you might never learn the deepest lessons of compassion and wisdom. In the Lotus Sutra, the Buddha teaches clearly that all phenomena arise through conditions. When conditions are sufficient, they come. When conditions end, they go. If you understand this, you will suffer less, because you will no longer try to keep someone beside you forever, and you will not hold anger toward those who leave. Those who come help you grow. Those who go teach you independence. Those who hurt you teach you how to heal yourself. So instead of asking, why did they come and hurt me? Ask, what am I meant to learn from this karmic connection? When you understand the hidden meaning behind encounters, your heart no longer stores resentment, but becomes filled with gratitude. Hurt can also be a kind of blessing. It sounds paradoxical, but sometimes the people who cause us the most pain are the ones who give us the greatest gift on the path of growth. When seen correctly, a wound is not only a scar, but also a doorway where the light of wisdom can enter. Every pain, when viewed with mindful awareness, becomes a priceless lesson for transformation. Some have been betrayed and then learned to value themselves. Some have been deceived and learned to discern what is real and what is false. Some have been abandoned and learned to stand up on the strength of dignity and self-respect. So perhaps that hurt, though painful, is also a hidden blessing. In Buddhism, there is a very profound saying: wholesome conditions lead us to peaceful places. Unwholesome conditions lead us back to ourselves. If that person had not hurt you, you would never have known what within you needed healing. If not for that impact, you might never have begun the journey toward true peace. If not for that collapse, you might never have learned how to rise through inner strength. Many people think blessings mean being loved, being helped, being comforted. Few realize that blessings can also be found in setbacks, losses, and wounds, because those are the things that refine the soul, making us stronger and more clear-sighted. People often see blessings only on the outside: high status, much money, many admirers. But the Buddha teaches us to recognize inner blessings, inner power, wisdom, and a peaceful mind. And no inner power is built from an easy life. No wisdom is born from constant comfort. No lasting peace is woven from days that are perfectly calm. Pain, in the end, is a double-edged blade. If we let it harden us, we become closed, fearful, and resentful. But if we use it as a tool to open the heart, it helps us become the deepest version of ourselves. So do not hate your pain. Ask what this pain is teaching you. Because when you can be grateful even for what once made you cry, you truly understand what it means for blessings to arise from within. Whatever comes has its conditions. When conditions end, even a flame becomes emptiness. Some people enter your life like a dawn, warm and bright, making you believe they will stay forever. But one day they leave, leaving behind unanswered questions, memories not yet old, and pain still fresh in the heart. You have held on, hoped, and cried until you had no tears left. Yet it is all like grasping mist. The tighter you cling, the more it disappears. Why? Because the conditions have ended. The Buddha taught that when karmic conditions are exhausted, no matter how tightly you hold on, you cannot keep them. When conditions remain, no matter how much you try to avoid it, you will meet again. Every reunion is due to conditions. Every separation is because conditions have run out. When you understand this, your heart becomes much lighter. You will no longer blame the one who turned away, and you will stop tormenting yourself over what was incomplete. You will understand that what is meant for you will stay, and what leaves is simply the end of its role in the play of life. There is a painful but awakening truth. The one who hurts you is sometimes the one who once made you happiest, and the one who once promised forever is sometimes the one who leaves the earliest. But that is not their fault, and it is not your fault. It is the natural unfolding of karmic conditions. You may feel regret, you may feel heartache, but do not cling to a connection that has already faded. If you force a relationship whose conditions are no longer there, you will only deepen the suffering for both. But if you release with understanding and mindfulness, you will free yourself. It is like a flower. When its season arrives, it blooms. When its time is over, it withers. Conditions are the same. They come to bloom, and they leave to teach us letting go. We meet because of conditions, and we part because of conditions. Yet if the heart still holds compassion, then even if we no longer walk the same road, we can still smile when we think of one another. Therefore, instead of asking how to keep someone, ask yourself how to keep a peaceful mind whether they stay or leave. Then you will realize that when you live with an understanding of conditions, understand conditions and follow conditions, nothing can keep you suffering for too long. Patience and tolerance are the wisdom of the noble ones. In a world filled with struggle, everyone wants to be heard, understood, and respected. But how many are willing to step back to preserve peace for themselves and others? How many are generous enough not to repay hurt with hurt, not to answer hatred with hatred? Ordinary people think patience is weakness and tolerance is softness. But in Buddhism, patience is a noble kind of wisdom, a hidden strength that only those with great inner power can truly embody. The Buddha taught that the truly strong person is not the one who defeats others, but the one who conquers oneself. And the greatest victory in life is not the victory over an enemy, but the victory over the anger within. Look back at life. How many people, because they lacked patience, lost their family, lost their friends, lost their blessings, and even lost their morality? But the one who knows tolerance and patience may sometimes accept loss, yet in the end is the one who keeps lasting peace. An old story says that one day a disciple asked a meditation master, "Teacher, if someone humiliates me, beats me, insults me, what should I do?" The master replied, "Be patient. Be patient to keep the mind pure. Be patient so as not to plant further karma. Be patient so that the other must face the cause and effect of their own actions." Patience is not fear of others, but respect for yourself. Tolerance is not excusing another's wrongdoing, but refusing to be dragged down by anger. In the Sutra of 42 sections, the Buddha taught, if someone scolds you, strikes you, humiliates you, and you do not become angry, that is wisdom. Such a person is virtuous. And there is something more. When you are tolerant toward others, you are also accumulating blessings for yourself. Each time you release a resentment, you cut a karmic cord that binds you. Each time you forgive, the light of loving kindness expands within. The one who can be tolerant is not someone who does not know anger, but someone who has seen through the truth that anger does not save anyone. Only love can liberate human beings. So if you are being hurt by someone's words or actions, do not rush to retaliate. Breathe deeply, step back, and remind yourself, I will not react by instinct. I will act with wisdom. A wholesome mind is the most noble response. When hurt, the most natural reaction is to strike back. If someone curses us, we want to curse back. If someone causes us pain, we want them to taste the same pain. Within us there is a whisper saying they must pay the price. But the Buddha taught that repaying resentment with resentment only piles resentment higher. Repaying resentment with kindness is what dissolves resentment. The world already has enough hatred and enough wounds. If we live to answer pain with more pain, it is like adding another drop of fire to a sea of fire burning fiercely in the human heart. In truth, a wholesome mind is the most noble and enduring way to respond. The one who hurt you does not need to fall for you to feel satisfied. It is enough that you do not let them pull you into the pit of anger. That alone is a victory of the mind. A wholesome mind is not weak. A wholesome mind is great strength. It is the strength of someone who can control oneself, who chooses compassion instead of resentment, who chooses light instead of darkness. Imagine someone throws a stone at you. You can pick it up and throw it back. Or you can use that stone as a foundation to build a bridge and step across. The one who hurt you, whether intentionally or unintentionally, is handing you an opportunity, the opportunity to choose. Choose to react like someone driven by greed, hatred, and delusion, or choose to respond like someone walking the path of awakening. A wholesome mind does not mean accepting what is wrong. A wholesome mind means not allowing another person's wrongdoing to stain the clarity of your own heart. In the Avatamsaka Sutra, it is said, "All things are created by mind. Everything in this world arises from the mind. If your mind is filled with anger, your life will be filled with bitterness. If your mind is filled with compassion, your life will bloom in light." The one who lives with a wholesome mind, even when facing injustice, is protected by heaven and earth. The one who nourishes resentment in the heart, even if they win an argument, loses an entire lifetime. So when someone hurts you, pause for a moment. Instead of asking how to retaliate, ask how to keep your wholesome mind steady in the storm. In the end, the one who hurt you will also leave. Only your mind remains, and it is your mind that decides whether you live in suffering or in peace. Anger burns the forest of merit. There is a line in the Avatamsaka Sutra that makes the awakened person shudder in reflection. When a single thought of anger arises, hundreds of thousands of doors of obstacles open. You may spend an entire life doing good deeds, cultivating blessings, practicing the path. Yet one loss of control and anger can scatter all that merit like dust in the wind of karma. Anger is not an enemy outside of you. It hides within, and when it flares up, it burns not only compassion, but also wisdom, goodwill, and the peace you have worked so hard to build. Have you seen someone lose happiness, family, or career because of a single fit of anger? One impulsive sentence can break a relationship. One bitter glare can turn love into hostility. One act of revenge can create a lifetime of torment. Anger is fire, and if you do not extinguish it in time, you will be the first to be burned. The Buddha compared anger to a burning coal. You hold it to throw at someone else, but the first person burned is you. The angry person is rarely mindful. They say what should not be said and do what should not be done. And after the anger passes, what remains is regret, loss, and sometimes consequences that can never be undone. The truth is that no problem in life is resolved well or beautifully through anger and delusion. Only understanding, compassion, and calmness carry human beings through adversity. You can practice for 1,000 days, but if you do not practice the mind that controls anger, your cultivation has not yet touched the core. The wise person is not the one who is always right, but the one who knows when to be silent, to protect merit and inner peace. People often fail not because they lack talent, but because they cannot overcome their own anger. So whenever your heart begins to flare up, ask yourself, is it worth burning everything down for a single moment of anger? Then choose to settle, like the still surface of an autumn lake, so the moonlight of compassion can shine within. To keep a mind free from anger is to protect an entire forest of merit. That is the wisdom of one who is gradually walking the path of awakening. Even the Buddha Shakyamuni was harmed, yet he did not hate. When speaking of forgiveness, many people defend themselves by saying, "I am not a saint. I cannot forgive the person who hurt me. The wound is too deep." But do you know this? Even an enlightened one like the Buddha Shakyamuni, revered throughout the three realms, was betrayed, harmed, and falsely accused by someone closest to him. That person was Devdatta, his cousin. He had been a disciple, but because of jealousy he repeatedly plotted to kill the Buddha. He hired assassins. He rolled a boulder down a mountain to injure him. He tried to split the Sangha and sow disorder among the monastics. Someone of the same blood, someone who shared childhood days, someone who once walked the training path together, yet secretly spread danger and calamity. How deep that pain must have been. Yet the Buddha was not angry. He did not resent. He did not seek revenge. Instead, he viewed everything through compassion and wisdom. He understood that actions born from delusion are signs of inner suffering, and that the one who causes harm is often the one most pitiable. The Buddha not only forgave Devdatta, he even said that Devdatta was one of the important supporting conditions on his path to unsurpassed perfect awakening. Those words reveal not only the vast tolerance of an awakened being, but also a great lesson for all of us. The person who hurts you is sometimes not an enemy, but someone arranged by destiny to temper your heart into refined gold. If the Buddha carried resentment, he could not attain awakening. If you carry resentment, you also cannot be at peace. Therefore, look again at the person who hurt you with the eyes of loving kindness. They are not ruining me. They are helping me practice. This is not merely theory. This is the path of those who are awake. And if you have the courage not to hate, you are following the footprints of the noble ones, turning hurt into the art of dissolving karma. Someone may ask, I practice and live kindly, so why do I still get hurt by others? The answer lies in a single profound word in Buddhism, karma. Karma is not punishment. Karma is continuity, the seeds we planted intentionally or unintentionally in the past that have now ripened and borne fruit. Sometimes the people who come to hurt us are the hands of cause and effect, the means through which karma is naturally resolved. But instead of seeing them as the ones who bring suffering, if you can see them as the ones who help repay karmic debt, then at that very moment your mind has entered a new realm, the realm of awakening. Remember, there are two ways for unwholesome karma to dissolve. The first is to repay it through suffering and resentment, which makes the karma continue across many lifetimes. The second is to repay it through mindfulness, forgiveness, and compassion, allowing karma to be transformed right here in the present. When you choose the second way, you turn hurt into an art of liberation. Instead of returning blow for blow, you choose goodness and integrity. Instead of stabbing one another with cruel words, you use compassion like cool water to soothe both yourself and others. Instead of wishing others to suffer as you suffered, you pray that the karma of both sides may be resolved soon in the light of the Dharma. Then you will no longer ask, why did they hurt me? You will quietly say, thank you for helping me cleanse old karma through patience. The Buddha taught that when others treat you harshly and you still keep a gentle heart, you are cultivating the Bodhisattva way. The art of dissolving karma does not come from complicated rituals. It does not lie in long prayers. It lies in your response when you are hurt. If you resent, the karma is prolonged. If you forgive, the karma fades. If you feel gratitude, the karma transforms into blessings. Therefore remember, everyone who hurts you is offering you a chance to repay karma through light. Do not reject that gift. Receive it with an awakened heart. That is the path of one who truly practices the deep teaching. Whoever hurts you can also be the one who helps you move toward Buddhahood. Along this journey, perhaps you have looked back at your own wounds, remembered those who made your heart bleed, and also seen your own image in every scene of resentment and release. But know this, the person who made you cry the most may also be the one who brings you closer to the gate of liberation. Without pain, you would not learn healing. Without betrayal, you would not learn inner freedom. Without rejection, you would not learn to stand firmly on your own. Those who disappoint you, wound you, and even shatter parts of your trust may simply be instruments of cause and effect appearing at the right time to remind you to return inward to the most genuine peace. The Buddha did not promise that this life would be only joy. He taught that if your mind is steady enough, then no matter what others do, they cannot make you collapse. And sometimes, to mature, we do not need someone who loves us wholeheartedly. We need someone who hurts us, so we learn to cherish the tenderness within ourselves. We need someone who breaks us open, so we learn to gather the pieces and realize the heart can still beat, only now with a deeper rhythm. Do you see it? After all the blaming, we still return to our own question. What did I learn from this pain? If your answer is, I learned forgiveness, letting go, and living more kindly, then congratulations. You did not waste your suffering. You passed through one of the hardest classrooms in human life, the classroom called, the one who hurts you is also the one who comes to carry you across. From today, practice smiling when you think of the one who hurt you. Not because you are weak, but because you are strong enough to understand that forgiveness is the shortest road back to yourself. You do not need to become a Buddha overnight. Each day you are a little less angry than yesterday, a little less blaming, a little less wounded. You have already taken one more step on the path of awakening. And if someone hurts you again, remember, they are not your enemy. They are helping you become a brighter version of yourself, more compassionate and closer to the Buddha.